Oh, enough dinging already. Oh, good morning. It's got a sore foot. As much as I don't like to say it, I hope it's a hole in the tire, not in the rim. Those things have been developing little leaks here and there. Anyway, needs a bit of attention. Grass needs cutting. Yesterday is quite the day. Which has also caused me to have trust issues with a whole bunch of my friends, because they managed to hide the fact that they were going to attend my 60th birthday party. A great time was had. Up for a little luncheon and they all hung out. I got sucked into going for a coffee with some good friends. My favorite, espresso. You know who you are. And when I came home, well, it's not there. Maybe I'll shoot a picture in. I'm just going to do a quick pause here so there's a picture of what was here going on when I got home. Okay. Now I got to remember to put that picture in. So, yeah, a bunch of people showed up. We had some snacks and cake and refreshments, and it was an awesome day. And those of you that watched my videos that did actually attend, I really appreciate and thank you very much. You're all a wonderful bunch of people. So today being Monday, I want to address the door. I think I mentioned it in another video where I screwed up, and this particular door jamb is a little tight and isn't functioning as designed. So I need to, there it is. I need to move this part that way. That much. So it's got to go west. Actually, no, it's got to go east. I'm going to turn the truck around so I can work on that side rather than this side, closer to tools and things like that. I guess I'll pull the door off, and then the box is suspended. My intention yesterday was to back the truck in and hang this thing on it. So it's ready-ish, and I'm looking forward to getting it bolted on. So yeah, I'm going to move some stuff around. I'm going to pop that door off and see if there's some adjustability that I got issues with, or do I need to jack the back of the cab to move everything forward. It looks like the front end could go up a little bit. I'm going to go look at the other side. Let's do that. I'll go anti-clockwise here. Just by looking at the fender gap to the door, because the door gap on this side is pretty decent. I did trim it down there. According to the fenders, I could probably raise the front end up like an iota, so I might do that. I don't know how it'll affect the hood. It'll probably make this gap here a little bigger. But again, for what it is, it doesn't matter much. But I think if I raise the front end up a little bit, or the back of the cab, maybe I'll do the back of the cab, 1/4 inch, because that might make a difference the way the fitment of the fenders works. I gotta bolt them on yet too. They're just hanging there. So the brain is scrambled. I got stuff to do, and I'm gonna just get started with it and find my jacket. It's a little cool this morning. And once I get moving with this, then I'll bring you back, and I got stuff to figure out. I got a little weld repair for a friend to do and take care of that. Yeah, so there we are. I will bring you back in a bit and we'll get on with stuff. I should probably go back and look at the video, see where I left off. Beautiful morning. It's 7 a.m. Kind of my typical start time. Where were we? I was talking about what my attack was going to be on that Studebaker cab. Well, I did some stuff and didn't bring you up to speed. This is now Wednesday, and this discussion started about what happened Sunday. Monday was when I made that video. So I will speed you all up. Do I have a light out here? I do. I need to charge it though. Doors off. Take that and charge it after. So, what I did, you can barely tell. I cut it in here, cut it here, cut it here, cut it a little bit across the bottom, and I made a slip. So now I'm gonna have to work this metal here a little bit after. It'll be less visible if I can get the truck an inch or two lower. So, and I put the porta power in there, and I give it a little push, and it moved real easy. It did buckle here, so I may end up cutting a piece out and fixing it. But at least now I know it'll move. The post, the entire door post, B pillar will move. So I'm gonna put about a 3/8 gap right in here. Give it a tack weld, hang the door back on, and see what goes on. I can't get to this right away. I got a project in the shop. I've resumed doing customer work. Slowly, pick my pace. The walking is still pretty easy, so, you know, after that cortisone on Thursday, it's been almost a week. The jury's still out on how much it helped, but I think if a guy needs a set of hips, it doesn't help much. Okay. Lights were off. Okay, brace yourself. New customer. Not quite sure what their plan is, but it is interesting what they're doing with it. A little bit of fancy bodywork. This is, now is an Impala a Super Sport or is it a Chevy Super Sport? Because it's got both badging. He said he took the front clip off and developed some electrical issues. Generator lights on. Alternators wired incorrectly. As a matter of fact, you know, I'll bring you in on that too. The alternator wiring, or regulator wiring, comes from the reg down here, goes up into the harness, and it's hiding in the fender, and this was all taped up. So somebody had cut it. So now I got to run that wire, those, the red, the white and blue, that's R and F, relay and field, back over and across and over to the alternator. Interestingly, the attempt to wire it like it is a one wire, like a Delco 10SI or 12SI. Yeah, this one is not. So it was just a choice of a alternator. Maybe it was handy. Because this particular engine would have had a much different alternator on it, as you can see by the valve covers. Runs okay. Got a bit of an oil leak. We'll maybe look at that, but I think it's a front crank seal. And the motor mount bolt's gone. So there's that. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick away at this and get it out of the way, and then I can move back onto the Studebaker. And yeah, it's an interesting car. Like I like the whole aura of this car. It's kind of, it's been around, and it's, well, we'll say it's still loved. I like the wheels. You know, kind of the steelies on front, aluminum in the back. And the interior's not too rough, but hey, you know, it's been a one-owner car for, what did he say, 32 years he's owned this? So, yeah, it's quite interesting. And if he wants to run it like that, I would too. So, there you go. I'm gonna pull out of this video right away, and I'll bring you back once I get back in the Studebaker and get that cab sorted out. Now I'm to the point where I'm confident if I put the box on, it's not going to be an issue affecting my work on the cab corner. But I'm going to still try and get it roughed in before I set the box on. I'll get the box ready to go though. Got to keep the old reference books around too. That one's been a go-to for a long time. That one since the beginning of time for me anyway. I've had that for a long time. I've rebuilt a few transmissions out of that book, the 727s and the older turbos. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna move on, and I'll bring you back when I'm on the Studebaker. We'll talk to you soon. Well, what can I say? One thing led to another. That Chevy had me all over the place, so it ate up lots of time. I just don't have the energy to continue on today. So this is gonna sit till tomorrow. I did fix the leaking wheel in the Fargo, so I gotta put the wheel back on. I'll do that in the morning. And yeah, I'm gonna call this a wrap. I wanted to drop this video yesterday and I totally forgot, so here I am. Next round that has to go back on. So that's where we are, and I'm sticking to it. So at this point in time, as always, I'd like to thank you both for watching, and with a little luck, I'll see you tomorrow.